5-yard line or the 1-yard line and then fumbling. It doesn't matter how good you were getting there, you leave the field empty-handed. Now, you might be surprised at how many people write weak, kind of hidden or vague calls to action in their emails, in their ads, on their postcards, and so on, or even just leave it out altogether. And yeah, that happens every day. I see it all the time. So I don't want you to make this mistake. Now, let's look a little bit more at what makes a strong, kind of attention-grabbing, money-getting call to action. I'm going to start with just the stupid, simple piece of advice, which is never forget to include a call to action in your email, ever. This is kind of obvious in the case of promotional emails because they're intended to make a sale. So you need the person to actually do something, such as pick up the phone or click a link or whatever. But even emails that share useful information should really always ask the person to do something. It might be to share what they think, it might be to leave a comment on the blog post, or even apply the information right now, in a following way and share results or something like that. Just always be thinking with call to action with every email. Don't make the mistake of thinking that people are just going to reply to the email, or they're going to visit your website, or they're going to click your link, or they're going to call. If they're interested, they'll figure it out, they'll do it. Or even figure out how to apply what you've taught or anything else. You have to tell them exactly what you want them to do. So you just kind of want to count on this as a general rule of thumb. If you don't tell people what you want them to do, they'll probably end up doing nothing. So the first step in creating a good call to action is just to ask yourself, what do I want my readers to do? Do I want them to click through to a website? Do I want them to pick up the phone and make a phone call? Do I want them to reply to the email and share their thoughts or answer some kind of question? Do I want them to mark their calendars for an upcoming sale or a webinar? Do I want them to leave a comment on the blog? Any of these things can make good calls to action. And remember that every email should have some kind of call to action. And also a good call to action, it tells the person exactly what they're supposed to do. If you want your readers to click on a link, then you have to tell them to click the link. If they're supposed to make a phone call, then you have to tell them to call 800-555-5555 right now to learn more or to get some kind of discount or whatever. If you're recommending a book that you read, you have to tell your readers to get it today. Click here to get the book today. Now, when the call to action is to click on a link, there are a couple ways you can do this. One way is to include a full link with the call to action, which is on the top of the screen here. It says click the link below to learn how to get profitable referrals today, and then gives them the link that they're supposed to click. And the other way is to make the call to action an actual link itself.